It's Monday and this means only one thing, it's time for Monday Dram. So welcome to the channel, lovely people. My name is Georgi and you're watching Just Shake or Steer. And on Monday Dram I present different spirits, liqueurs, fortified wine, anything from the wonderful world of the beverages. So today we're going to talk about a wonderful rum, a fairly new rum. It's been only a few years on the market, but already it's marking his spot on it and it's doing very good impression. And this is the wonderful Ron Colon El Salvadorian rum. So if you never heard of it, now is the time to stick around. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget you can subscribe so you never miss a Monday Dram or a Thursday cocktail time, okay? So if you're ready, lovely people, let's find out a little bit more about this wonderful rum coming from this tiny little fantastic place, El Salvador. Okay, a little history lesson here before we start with the testing of these wonderful rums. Now, as I mentioned, the rum is fairly new. Everything started in 2018, so it's not that far away when everything started. And since then, we have already 4 different bottles, which I'm missing one, the latest one, but hopefully soon I can be able to acquire it, okay? For now, I have the first 3. However, the story started in 2018 with 2 lovely people, Thurman and Pepin. No, I'm not gonna go through too much in the history about these 2 lovely guys, but let me tell you, they have experience between them over 20 years in the spirit industry. However, they went to a trip in Latin America and this took them to go in 22 days in 16 countries around Latin America. And this is where they fell in love with El Salvador, or Civar, like they call it on the slang language.
In the US, you only hear such terrible things about the country, and it's considered to be this rough and violent place that no one can be safe and there's nothing like worth seeing, which is such a pity because it's an absolute beautiful country. Just seeing the beauty of San Salvador and being able to drive to the coast and finding out that there's world-class surf spots and incredible food and incredible volcanoes, and just there's so much beauty there. And so Ron Colon kind of came from this place of always wanting to do a rum and then being truly inspired by a place that can make some of the best rum.
El Salvador is the smallest country in Central America, bordered by the Honduras and Guatemala and the Pacific Ocean. Many know El Salvador for his complex political history with the Civil War starting from 1980 till 1992. But many of you, it's probably not aware of the beauty of this country, of the amazing world-class surf sports, and not to mention the top quality, like a world-class quality sugar cane and coffee beans the smallest country in the Central America actually produce. So this is where the story starts with El Salvador and with the Ron Colon rum. 2 guys decide that these things needs to be shown to the world and not just associate El Salvador with a difficult and complicated political life, but to show the warmth and the amazing characters of the people and the actual country. So this is how it was born, the Ron Colon El Salvadorian rum, okay? In the early 16th century, the Spanish conquistador Pedro de Alvarado, I'm gonna read my notes before I make some mistake. So Pedro de Alvarado named the newly discovered province El Salvador, which is basically translate from the Savior, Jesus Christ. A little bit later, in 1892, the government and the president Carlos Ezeta decided that the Salvadorian needs their own currency, and the peso which they was using should be called Colon, paying a homage of Christopher Columb, okay? So the Salvadorian peso, or the Ron Colon, stayed in El Salvador till 2001, when it was replaced by the US dollar. And this is where the idea of the label and the top of the Ron Colon coming. As you can see, the label, it's made like a note, Ron Colon note, and the top of the bottle, which is fantastic idea. Let me take one off. If you can see on the top, we have like a small coin. So this is exact replica of the Ron Colon, of the coin, And you can basically collect this. So when you get bottles, you get a different coins and you can collect them. You can pop them out and make a little collection. So what we have in the bottles, okay, we have 3 different rums blended and aged and then infused with the coffee. Yeah. So in the first one, the blue one bottle, we have 111 proof, high proof aged rum, which is clear, no infused with coffee. That's the clear rum. Then in the red bottle, we have another 111 proof, which is 55.5 ABV, but this is coffee infused, high proof rum, non-chilled filtered, okay? And finally, we have one of the latest bottle with the green label, which is also coffee infused, but here we're dropping down to 81 proof. So it's not 111 proof, it's more smooth. And finally, there's a bottle coming, which it's a mixture of rum and ray. So it's 50-50, and I can't wait to get my hands on this bottle and see what the guys have done with this blend of ray whiskey and a rum. It's very interesting. So if you want to find a little bit more about the Ron Colon, I'm gonna leave the link in the description of the website, where you can go and basically you can download all the spec sheets for every rum which they offer, and they have it in few languages, so English, French, I think, Spanish, I think it's few languages anyway, but there is a full story of how the rum is created, and also it's a little bit more information about the new bottle coming up. I think it's already out in some places, but I still don't have it here. However, let's get back to the rum. One of the rum inside, it's a 6 years column distilled Salvadorian rum, produced by the Licorera Chihuatan distillery. I hope I'm saying this right. It's obviously distillery in El Salvador, and it's a 6-year-old aged rum. Then you have an unaged port distilled Jamaican rum produced by Worthy Park, Hampton and Money Musk distilleries. And finally you have 3 years old Jamaican pot distilled rum produced by Worthy Park Estate. So all rums, most of them, it's aged at the source, yeah, like apart from the unaged pot still rum. Okay, the coffee which infused both rums, the red and the green label here, it's produced in El Cypress region, grow at 1,700 meters in El Salvador, next to the famous Santa Ana volcano. The coffee, it's a bourbon coffee, which is famous for a very buttery sweetness finish. It's dried very slow for 4 weeks, a month, in the actual cherry pit inside. So this is giving a really good fruitiness to the coffee and a very rich bittersweet taste. So once the beans it's dry, they are obviously removed from the cherries and they are shipped to North Carolina, to the roastery. After the roasting, the beans it's taken to a cold maceration for 48 hours with the Ron Colon Rum, and this is when the infusion happens, okay? So after the rum it's infused, blended, it's bottled in Netherlands. And you may think, yes, but it's El Salvadorian rum. Yes, it is, because in the base of the rum is the 6-year-old El Salvadorian rum mixed with Jamaican, different rums. But because of the difficult political situation in El Salvador, the decision was taken, the final product, to be bottled in Netherlands to avoid any kind of interruptions. So here we go, a little story for you. But as I mentioned, if you want to get the full story, if you want to read everything about it, make sure you check the link in the description, because I have the link to the website and you can find everything what you need about each one of these bottles and in general about the story of Ron Colon El Salvador. So we're gonna start with the first one, and this is the blue label, which is a blend of all 3 rums, the El Salvadorian and the unaged and aged Jamaican rum. It's not infused with coffee, it's just a clear, pure rum. So let's go and give it a try. It's a nice gold color, it's not dark because we don't have any coffee infusion here. And so on the nose it's very fruity. It's like pineapple, banana, it's extremely, it's It's so nice, like a fruity forward. It's not sweet. There is a sweet note, but it's not like you may expect when you smell all this like a pineapple and bananas and fruitiness and tropical, and you think, oh, that's gonna be extremely sweet rum. You know, some people don't like sweet rum, let's put it this way. No, so it has this sweet note, but it has fantastic warm, spicy and caramel finish. It's really good. Of course you have this sweetness. It is a, bear in mind, it's Jamaican rum. We have the fantastic word top class sugar cane used in El Salvador to produce their 6-year aged rum. So you're gonna have a little of sweetness, okay? It is fantastic. You have a little hint of like a dry fruits, apricot, and you have a wonderful almond and like a nutty flavor. All this combined with the fruitiness and with the wonderful tropical flavors coming from the kind of a pineapple and a banana on the nose, it's just amazing. I can see this rum going fantastic for tropical cocktails. Maybe not for classics, but maybe just on the rocks if you want just to experience, you know, the flavors and the aromas, or in some lovely tropical cocktails. This rum, it will be absolutely perfect. So let's go to the next one. So this is the 111 proof coffee infused, and straight away you can see there's already like a darker color just because we have coffee infusion, but it's not as you may expect it to be a very dark of the coffee, because it's only cold infusion for 48 hours. So it's not like a over infused or with the crushed beans or everything. It's just cold infusion with a medium roast beans. Okay, so let's have a little sniff. Very interesting. You have this hint of vanilla, even you expect to have the hint of coffee. You have like a woody presence. Yeah, it's like a woody, dark, rich, fruity flavor and vanilla. It's very weird. It's very, very nice. But let's try. Yeah. You can feel the coffee now. You have this lovely like a chocolate vibe coming through on the tongue on the first sip. You have also a little bit of fruitiness. I don't know. It's something like a, you know, like a plums, like very dark fruit. Let's put it this way. That's a wonderful rum. I mean, even it's 111 proof, and you expect to be, you know, like a proper kick. I think it's a very smooth. Very, very smooth, considering I'm drinking it straight up now just to test it. This over ice, it will be absolutely fantastic, or just mix with some kind of a soft drink. Ron Colon have their own like signature serve. They recommend it to be served with tonic. I've not tried yet, but I will, because I like a rum with coffee and tonic. There's a cocktail like that, which some people find it weird. I love it, so I guess this is gonna be the perfect one. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I can see this rum going in a more classic cocktails, or even if you want to do some riffs on like a infused cocktails with the coffee, or you want to change some classic recipes and even replace whiskeys in some of the classic recipes and do something with this. For example, like a nice coffee old fashioned, rum coffee old fashioned, or you may do, I think it may work really well if you take on Manhattan and just replace the whiskey, you know, and use rum, and maybe drop a little bit coffee infused vermouth if you want. That's something thought you may try home. And let's try the last one. Okay, this is the green one, which it's 81 proof, so it's not 111 proof, still infused with coffee, but it's just 81 proof. So I'm expecting to be even more smoother than the 111. Right. Again, we have the lovely dark color. Oh, wonderful. I can smell the coffee here. I don't know, it's very weird. On 111 proof, I couldn't smell the coffee. I could smell like a, you know, woody or like a dark fruit and smoky. But here with the 81 proof, I can actually feel the coffee. again, it's kind of like coming as spices, but the coffee is present there. So, and it's also have like a sweet note. Like, you know, when you bring like a honey and coffee together, something like, I don't know. Let's try. Oh, definitely. For me, it's more creamy. It's like a milky creamy. Let's put it this way. It's 81 proof. It's not much difference between two, but it's more creamier when you drink it, and it's I don't know. It have like more like a sticky fruity notes. You still have the coffee there. Oh, that's wonderful. I think we're going here for like with the first one, like I mentioned, we can do some lovely tropical cocktails, and this, the green label, which is 81 proof, still play a very good role in the tropical cocktails. You know, coffee mixed very fantastic with the orgeat or with pineapple. You may find it a little bit strange, but I did cocktail back in the days with a rum, and I'm still doing it actually. It was qualified for a competition final, so should be good. Yeah, I'm serving in places where I work usually, so I call it Jamaican mist. I don't know if I did it on the channel. I don't remember. I don't think so. I may did it anyway. If I didn't, I'll make it. So the Jamaican mist, it's basically based on rum, but it's introduced a coffee liqueur mixed with pineapple juice and orgeat, and it's fantastic combination. In first instance, you think coffee and pineapple, but trust me guys, it's absolutely amazing, and I think that will be perfect match for that cocktail. Wonderful. Yeah, so guys, listen, I know these episodes may take a little bit longer because of everything what I want to present to you, and that's how it's gonna roll. But if you want to stick around, make sure you subscribe for Monday Drams, because every Monday or every other Monday, I'm still deciding, Monday Dram will be coming back and back and back many times, because we have so many drinks to introduce to you. And of course, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave comment, or if you want to know about something or suggest what to be a next Monday Dram, again, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to get in touch. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you find out a little bit more about Ron Colon, and visit the link down in the description, or maybe follow the guys on Instagram. They're lovely guys. They pretty much always respond, and they have some crazy content going on. I love the strainer which they send me, so I'll be using it in the next video on Thursday, because there will be coming cocktails with all three of the rums. Yeah, so make sure again you subscribe and you stick around to find out what I'm gonna make with all these three lovely El Salvadorian rums. But until then, yeah, stay safe, enjoy your week, and I'll see you on Thursday. For now, I love you and I leave you. Bye bye.